Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me join in offering UNDP's deepest condolences to the government and to the people of Nepal that have been so affected by the two major earthquakes, and to those who have lost their loved ones and their homes. It is deeply saddening to see such devastation, especially for those most vulnerable in the affected areas. I would like to thank the government of Nepal for taking the lead and for working with us in the international community in close partnership, even during this time of tremendous difficulties. The government has worked under tremendous pressure over the last few weeks, and at this point I'd like to acknowledge the role of the National Planning Commission and Dr. Pokharel for hosting us today. I would also like to thank the government of Japan and JICA for organizing this Build Back Better Reconstruction seminar at such a crucial time. This partnership, I think, is extremely important, and the very senior and high-level turnout for this meeting signifies the importance of this seminar and a genuine desire to make a difference, and through partnerships to help the government of Nepal and its people build back a stronger Nepal. Globally, UNDP and the government of Japan have a strong partnership in disaster risk reduction. The recent Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, adopted at the Third World Conference held in March in Sendai, presents concise, forward-looking and action-oriented measures of disaster risk reduction and reconstruction. At Sendai, UNDP and Tohoku University also launched the Global Center for Disaster Statistics to help deliver quality, accessible and understandable disaster data to countries as they work towards achieving the goals of the Sendai Framework. UNDP's support to post-disaster starts with early recovery that links humanitarian response and development. For example, following Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines, UNDP supported post-typhoon recovery using its resilience-based approach. This means that our efforts, and others as well, not only restore what was lost, but support transformative development so that affected communities can have better lives and livelihoods and are more resilient to disasters and other future shocks. Building on local capacity, knowledge and initiative is a key tenet of this approach. All our support fosters national ownership and leadership at the national and local levels. UNDP's experience of support to Pakistan after the major Kashmir earthquake in October 2005 demonstrated by engaging local government and affected communities, the reconstruction process strengthens social capital and community capacities, as well as innovates and improves public sector delivery and effectiveness. For example, the government of Pakistan's public subsidy program for housing reconstruction, with both technical and financial support, had a clear stake for affected households in the rehabilitation and rebuilding of their homes. In this case, affected households ensured that the new construction was earthquake safe. Over 400,000 homes were rebuilt, and 90% of them were in compliance with the new earthquake codes, and hence better prepared for future earthquakes. Experience also shows that participation of women and socially excluded groups as decision makers is very necessary, as they are often disproportionately impacted by disasters through the loss of life, livelihoods and physical harm, and they play a crucial role in rebuilding communities and homes after disasters. The global good practices and lessons in building back better can certainly benefit a country such as Nepal, which of course is one of the top 20 multi-hazard prone countries in the world. As the lead UN agency coordinating early recovery activities from the start of a disaster, UNDP, together with its partners, is working with the government of Nepal on a development-oriented, concerted effort to support the government in implementing a recovery process that lays the foundation for inclusive and sustainable development. One of the major activities happening right now is the Post-Disaster Needs Assessment, the PDNA. It is a government-led exercise that pulls together information into a single consolidated report on the physical impact of a disaster, the economic value of the damage and losses, and the human impact as experienced by the affected populations. I'm glad to see that under the leadership of the NPC, the PDNA will probably be the largest and most participatory exercise of this nature ever carried out. The Nepal PDNA will cover 23 sectors with support from the UNDP, World Bank and the European Union. I'm also happy to see that JICA and ADB are also actively engaged in the process and will be cooperating closely on the PDNA. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Government of Japan for its contribution to UNDP's early recovery program in support of reconstruction in Nepal. This program focuses on three key pillars of intervention: the immediate stabilization and restoration of livelihood and economic recovery. Secondly, the restoration of local governance functions for the provision of public services. And thirdly, the strengthening of national capacity for recovery planning and disaster risk reduction. I'm certain the knowledge and experience of disasters and reconstruction, including seismological facts and anti-seismic measurements that are going to be shared today by Japanese officials, academia and experts in the first half of the morning, combined with the country insights and knowledge to be shared by Nepal during the panel discussions in the afternoon, should position us well to take forward the longer-term recovery and reconstruction under Nepal's leadership, supported by key partners present here today. UNDP looks forward to close collaboration and coordination with JICA and ADB in the broader reconstruction work in Nepal under the leadership of the government. The recent earthquake has revealed Nepal's fragility and vulnerabilities to natural disaster, but this is also an opportunity to transform this tragedy into an opportunity for Nepal and its people and provide the support Nepal needs to build back better so it does not need to build back again. Thank you very much.